You're listening to FUBAR Weekly on KDSR, Demo Spin Radio, brought to you by ARC Network Live 365, the station where everyone deserves to be heard. The following program contains strong language and adult content. Listener discretion is advised. All suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Damn right the fucking thing sucks. It sucks. It always sucks. Everything sucks. Especially the nice things, right?
Truth.
Like vacuum cleaners. They suck.
Yeah. Only the good ones suck.
That they do. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. FUBAR Weekly Show. Today is the 25th. We're at the 25th of February. You know what that means?
It's Mardi Gras.
No.
Oh, okay. What?
10 months till Christmas.
Oh, it's a leap year this year. We get an extra day.
It is Mardi Gras.
Does that mean we get to sleep in for an extra day? Is that how that works?
I don't know. I don't think so. I'm gonna go ahead and say probably not.
But if you have like daylight savings time, this is like day saving
It's daylight saving time. There's no S. Stop it.
Are you sure?
I'm positive it's daylight saving time. Just like it's not Groundhog's Day. It's Groundhog Day. There's no S.
Fine.
All right. Stop it. Silly. I just like fucking with people.
Don't believe you.
Oh, you don't believe me?
I don't believe.
So you don't believe me?
I don't know. I have to look it up.
Well, you can go fuck yourself.
Okay.
Oh, today in the studio, we have comedian Joanie Werner sitting right across from me.
Hello.
And of course, Nicole is
hey, how are
always
you?
there.
Yeah, that's me.
Except when the show really sucks.
Sorry.
Joanie is a comedian here in the Tampa Bay area. And you were saying earlier, you've been doing this 27 years, the comedy.
Yes, I have. That's
You're
both
glutton for punishment.
glutton for punishment. You get to the point where you do it for the love of it and not at all, because obviously I'm not rolling in the dough.
Not yet.
Yeah. Oh, I
Not
like
yet.
the way you think.
Come on, be optimistic.
I love that.
See? Anything can happen. Rodney was 45 by the time he made the comeback. I don't think he hit it big until he was almost 50. So
I did not know that.
there you go. So it's always possible. You never know. Maddie says, I'm going to get in before the bell sounds and say good morning, Roger.
Hello, Maddie.
Hi, Nicole. I never know if that's with a C or a K. She goes both ways. Hi, person I've never met. Maddie, this is Joanie. 25th means it's my sister's birthday. Yesterday for me. Guess who forgot? Fuck my life. Oh, shit. Wait, hang on. Maddie, so is your sister's birthday today or yesterday? Because now I'm confused because you're in Australia and you do everything the wrong fucking way. You drive on the wrong side of the road, your toilets spin the wrong way, and you don't say shrimp on the Barbie or crikey. And that
is it yesterday or tomorrow in Australia?
I don't fucking know.
I think it's tomorrow.
I don't know what happens anymore.
I think it's tomorrow. I don't know.
Maddie, is it today there or is it tomorrow there? Or was it yesterday? I don't know. I think he's on tomorrow. I think he's on the 26th.
Is it now? So what's happening now?
We're the 25th. What's happening? What you see now, that's happening now. When's that going to happen? Soon. It's always good to start off with a Spaceballs reference. Yeah. So Maddie, I think you're on the 20th. My sister's birthday was Tuesday. It's Wednesday for me now. Okay. Well, happy birthday to Maddie's sister. I hope she has less facial hair than you. Because I mean your beard's pretty fierce, but
well, Maddie could say happy birthday to his sister on the show, which she did.
Yeah, you know what?
Still Tuesday.
You know what, Matt, take a clip of this and send it to her because it's still today here. It's still Tuesday here. So happy birthday, Matt's sister from FUBAR Weekly. We love you.
Happy birthday, Matt's sister.
There you go. Or as we say in Polish, stolat.
Cumpleaños.
Mazel tov. I don't know.
Any languages?
Yeah.
Blow out the candles.
Okay.
Or something else. Whatever. I'm not here to judge. You know what's funny? I had to take the windscreen off the mic, and it looks like a dick.
Why did you take the windscreen off?
So Joanie could see my lips.
Oh, gotcha.
Ooh la la.
Gotcha.
Ooh la la, because everybody wants to see
Nice lips.
them lips.
Lerps.
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 So the first thing we'll address is Nicole hosted 2 comedy shows for the first time. We popped her hosting cherry this weekend,
Yeah.
and you did a great job.
Thanks.
You did Saturday. You did a phenomenal job, all things considered, with the one audience member that we had there.
It was a good show. It was a dry
was
run.
fun. Yeah,
It was a
good
practice. It was
good
practice run. Yeah.
Thanks to the folks of Elagio for letting us have it there. However, fuck you to everybody who didn't show up. That's
You missed a
kinda where
good
I'm at.
show.
You missed a damn good show, but we made up for it on Sunday
Heck yeah, we did.
down in Hollywood. We made it to Hollywood, folks. Hollywood, Florida. It's not the real Hollywood, as my daughter would say. We made it to Hollywood. It was a great show, and again, big thanks to Barrett and everybody that was there, and the hot Topanga chick.
She wasn't even at our show.
I know, but she was in the other place, and I'm kind of like still hung up on that because she looked like Topanga.
Her name is April.
Oh God,
April. Hi, April. She's not watching. She doesn't care about us.
Maddie, take a clip of this and send it to your sister. Happy birthday, Maddie's sister. Proceeds to suck the microphone like a dick. I'm gonna send that to my Christian sister. Oh God, yes. She'll love us. I didn't make it. I'm exempt from the fuck you to those who didn't make it. Yeah, you're exempt just because of the distance and time zones and the fact that you're not only in another country, you're on another continent. He's incontinent, or in that continent.
I want to visit that continent.
We will. We're gonna Maddie's gonna be moving here. He's moving to the United States. So
When?
I don't think his Christian sister's gonna want to come out and see us because we'll corrupt her.
Does his Christian sister live here or there?
No, I think she lives there because it's still there. It's still the dates. Yeah.
Okay.
She's there. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Different hemisphere. Yes, different hemisphere.
Different hemisphere, different time zone, different continent, different country.
Yeah.
Wow. This is literally on the other side of the world.
Seriously, it is.
Yes, I know.
It is.
Yes.
So anyway, so back to the shows. Tangent. So we had a great show in Hollywood, a great turnout, and Barrett said we could do it again for next year, right?
He did. I said, hey, how did you like the show? And he said, from what I saw, it was really good. And then I said, do you think we could do it again the same time next year during the event? And he said, I don't see why not.
All right.
Yeah. So he trusts us to have shows there.
Good.
He trusts me.
Good.
I mean, now he trusts you. But yeah.
Your mom says, woohoo, Coley, the bestest host. So she is. And trust me, she did a great job.
I wish somebody caught it on camera.
Yeah.
I wish somebody caught something on a photo.
Well, that one guy did catch some shit on camera.
Only of you and John.
Yeah, I wanted to beat him up.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Did. He was a dick.
I was going to beat up the fake lady next to me, fake boobs lady next to me.
I would pay money to watch that. We'll get some pudding or some hot oil or something.
Nah, I just wanted to trip her.
Hot lady wrestling.
She had a lot of padding if she fell forward.
That's all right. Then you can just drop her on her tits again.
She was really loud. Those 3 people next to me were really loud.
Yeah,
I wanted to staple their mouth shut.
Should have. Should have gotten some crazy glue and put it around the rim of the glass.
That's why I asked you, I text you halfway through the show saying, what's the protocol for telling people to shut up?
Yeah.
I know. John already addressed her fake boobs. So
yeah, and his attention was focused the other way. So
yeah, I know.
Sometimes it's better to just let him. If the comedian on stage isn't addressing them, then just let it slide.
Fair enough.
So Joanie, comedy. This is Joanie's first podcast, by the way. This is the first. We're popping that show. This 2 cherries popped in the past week. This is FUBAR at its finest. So this is the first podcast you're doing.
My first podcast. I'm excited to be here, and thank you both for having me.
You're welcome.
Our pleasure.
You're welcome.
And like I said earlier, you started with the best, so it's all downhill from here.
I may just stop right here.
So you've been doing comedy for 27 years?
Yes, sir.
What got you started 27? Like 27 years ago, the comedy world was different. Very different.
I just talked to my niece about that this morning. She sent something on Facebook, and it was a clip from John Candy. And I told her, I said, back then it was just a whole different world. And part of the reason I think was because we have lost so many great comedians.
Yeah.
A lot of times at their own hand.
Well, a lot of those comedians were part of that big 80, late 70s to late 80s comedy boom. Not just in stand-up comedy, but in the different medias developing. So many advancements in humor had been made in that time that, John Candy, John Belushi, Chris Farley, just people, and then the people that are now aging and dying. Like I think it was just recently the anniversary of Harold Ramis's passing. All those geniuses are now going away and were replaced with garbage, to be honest with you. Not that every comedian out there and everybody in the comedy writing world is garbage, but in general, I mean, the movies that are being put out, none of them are original to the point of being instant classics. Very rare. I think the last comedy movie that came out that I could think of that would be considered like the instant classic would be like The Hangover, because there was so much pop culture that came out of that.
Even that was 10 years ago, right?
Yeah. Was it even longer than that?
I'm not sure. I know that there's like 4 of them now, though.
Yeah. Well, How to Beat a Dead Horse,
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was having this discussion with somebody at work the other day that I said that once you get past the 3rd movie, it's kind of done.
And that's the thing that kind of has been irritating me with Disney lately. Walt Disney was no sequels. He will not make a sequel. Now, not only are they making movies with sequels, but they're remaking
the same movie.
Which is like, fuck, you're Disney. Make some fucking original shit. Come on.
They're big enough that they could just buy somebody else's idea anyway.
That's what they're doing.
I know.
They're buying everything.
I know. Everything.
Everything, like legit everything.
They're a
crazy
conglomerate.
Yes, they are.
That's why I don't like them.
Creativity is lacking.
Yeah, it's regurg.
I wanted to make a reference to one of John Butero's jokes. He was talking about Sesame Street, and I asked him when he got off stage, why is it creepy to still like Sesame Street at this age, but not creepy to still like Disney at this age?
What did he say?
He sat and looked, and he said it is still creepy to like Disney at this age. So at least he admitted it.
See, I don't think it's creepy to like Disney or like Sesame Street, or like I'll still watch, pull up old episodes of Mr. Rogers. It's nostalgia. It's bringing us back to when we were kids.
How come Sesame Street didn't take off and make a bunch of Sesame Street movies and make a bunch of this and that?
They did.
They made a couple, but it's not nowhere near the Disney level.
Disney had more money.
Yeah, and Sesame Street was PBS, and it was Jim Henson. Fun fact about Jim Henson: the very first Muppet movie. You know what the title of it was?
What? The Muppet movie?
Get your hand out of my ass.
Close. The Muppet Show: Sex and Violence.
Oh,
was the name of the original, the very first appearance of the Muppets. It was The Muppet Show: Sex and Violence. Yeah.
They switched that shit up, didn't they?
Well, I don't think it was that adult oriented. I don't think it was like to that extreme of like an Avenue Q. If you're familiar with Avenue Q, it's the Dirty Puppet Show. It was a Broadway show. It was awesome. But it was the Dirty Puppet Show. I mean, puppets having sex and singing songs about the internet being for porn. That's Avenue Q. I don't think it was to that level, because it came out. It was the 70s when it came out. But that was the original title. It was The Muppet Show: Sex and Violence. And then Jim Henson was such a nice guy for fisting furries.
You're just chock full of information.
Useless information, like shit that has no real application aside from entertaining people. That's it.
My favorite part of this show is that every week I learn something new. Useless sometimes, but every week I learn something new.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
I try to educate the masses. That's what I'm all about.
Yeah.
That's how I do it. So what were we talking about before this tangent?
27 years of comedy.
27 years of comedy. You've seen a change, drastically in 27 years, I'm sure. Now, did you get your start in Tampa here?
I got my start in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
The comedy scene there's got to be fucking
Actually,
crazy.
When I was 12 years old, my brother Dennis started telling me dirty jokes. So I was doing 30-minute sets by the time I was 15. But it wasn't until after he died from AIDS that I started writing my own jokes and
Okay.
doing stand-up.
All right. It's a good way to, get into it. And doing 30 minutes at 15, that's crazy.
But they were dirty jokes.
So
It
what?
was Sophie Tucker and the little dirty Johnny jokes and there were just so
Those were
many
awesome.
good jokes.
Yeah, but they were funny.
They were.
They were funny, and they probably today, if you like rewound it and wrote that entire 30-minute set and tried doing that today, you'd probably walk half of any room because they'd be like, this is offensive. Like,
you're right.
Wait, as an
You
adult or
are
as a
right. Or you
15-year-old?
stole somebody's
either
stuff.
way. Well, yeah. Well, now, so, but even if it was brand new and they'd never heard it
You're
before,
right.
I'm talking about as an adult, doing those jokes as an adult, you're going to offend half the audience, even if it's a kid doing it.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. Nobody's ever walked on my jokes, and my jokes are pretty dirty.
Yeah, but like there's different levels of dirty. Like yours are stories, and they're a little dirty. Like some of those dirty Johnny jokes are fucking,
Okay.
Jack and Jill went up the hill
Yeah.
so Jack could lick her candy, but he got a shock and a mouthful of cock because Jill's real name was Andy.
I've heard that before,
But you might offend some people's,
I don't think so.
Gentle sensibilities.
They probably shouldn't be at a comedy show then.
That's true. Just remember, people, it's not fisting until you get your wrist in. That's the truth. One half of the room is going to walk and the other half of the room will be screaming for more. And those people are the ones I love. The ones where you could tell the most fucked up jokes to, and they're like with you. They're like, yes, that's fucked up. I like it. Who would you say was your biggest influence in comedy?
Firstly, my brother Dennis. He loved dirty jokes, and it was just a couple of years ago. My sister gave me his book of jokes, and it's a little book, and in it, all the punchlines are written down to the jokes, but you have no idea what the fucking jokes are because he's dead. But that he loved
what
jokes.
you do now is you take that book and those punchlines and you make
them up
jokes for those punchlines. That would be a great way to honor your brother.
That's a great idea.
Use his punch, rewrite the joke, write the jokes however you see fit,
the punch,
but to fit that punchline.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
I would
That's
totally do it. I'm surprised you didn't think of that already. I mean,
I
like,
love
that was
that idea.
instantly. That's what popped in my head. I can do any kind of joke bar one. I can't do children jokes. Anything else is on the table. By children jokes, you mean like kid jokes that are like clean and you can tell the children, or jokes about children?
I think he meant bar none, by the way.
Yeah, probably. I just read it verbatim and just flow. But thanks for correcting me.
No problem. I think I
figured.
get the comments before you do.
Possibly.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But yeah, clarify what you mean about children. Like I can do like one or two children's jokes. I can do like clean versions of semi-dirty jokes. That makes no sense at all.
Clean versions of semi-dirty jokes. Yeah, just kind of change your wording a little bit. Yeah.
The one I like telling I told to my nephew who's like 6. I'm like, pirate walks into a bar with a steering wheel hanging out the front of his pants. The bartender says, "Hey, you got a steering wheel hanging out the front of his pants." The pirate says, "R," and it's driving me nuts.
Oh,
But
I love pirate jokes.
Oh, no dirty jokes about children.
Oh yeah, that's
no
understandable.
dirty jokes to children.
Well, yeah, the only thing I would say, no dirty jokes about children, like the dirty Johnny jokes, those are fine because it's from the perspective of the kid, and it's not, it's like, the teacher says to dirty Johnny, you use the word urine, Johnny says he's got to take a piss. And the teacher says you can't, don't say that's offensive. You say urinate. So now use the word urinate in a sentence. So dirty Johnny says urinate, but if you had bigger tits, you'd be a 10. But
yeah.
Jokes like that I think are fine.
Ooh.
Priest jokes make my skin crawl, for example. Well, priests make my skin crawl. How about that? But when you need the Holy Spirit deep inside you. Oh God.
Hey, that's kind of like a joke that I do. About a baby Jesus shaped butt plug, and that gives a whole new meaning to the Spirit of Christ inside you.
Oh God. And is it anything like the Marilyn Manson dildo, where it's Marilyn Manson's face? Is it like Jesus?
No, it's literally like a baby Jesus shaped butt plug, and I thought that
That is so fucking sacrilegious. I
it's
love it.
sacrilegious, but there's also a dildo that's shaped like
Yeah.
a crucifix.
Yeah, the blue one.
I mean, it's pink probably,
Well,
but
I've seen one that was blue.
whatever. It doesn't
And
matter
a
the
little
color.
bottle of
It's-
holy water lube. Because why not?
yeah. I destroyed my pen, so there's a spring somewhere in your office.
I'm going to church on Sunday.
Are you?
No, I am.
Well, you're in luck because I'm an ordained minister, and this is approved. I'm listed as the master of ceremonies at Our Lady of the Worthless Miracle. I can perform weddings. I'm not even kidding. It's like real. I can fucking do weddings. Yeah, Dirty Johnny jokes are funny as fuck.
I want to hear you. I want you like to have a recording that I can just like press occasionally, and it says, "I'm Roger Nelson, and I approve this message."
Okay, I can record that.
Okay.
I'm Roger Nelson, and I've approved this message.
Okay. I'm gonna go like download the audio and just clip.
No,
just
I'll
that
actually
now.
I'll do it on my setup at home, and you'll have a nice, clear, clean,
Okay.
beautiful, set. Or like, I'm Roger Nelson. I approve this bullshit. I approve of this buttery fuckery.
I like the honest ones. I'm Morgan and Morgan, and I approve marijuana.
So I love following Morgan and Morgan's Instagram. It's hilarious to me because he's like, if you've been injured by a falling frozen iguana, you're entitled to a settlement. Like shit like that.
Hang on a second. Maddie says, I've spoken to Hi about that. We want you to be our minister. Absolutely. But remember, my missionary parents will be there. Maddie, I will only do your parents' doggy style. Oh. That's fucked up. I could clean it up. I could be semi-prof. I'll even put on clean underwear for you guys. How about that? What?
Semi-clean underwear?
Well, no,
Just day 2 underwear, right?
yeah. I mean, you can turn them inside out, turn them backwards, wear them 4 times. I mean,
Inside out, backwards, 4 times. Okay, sure.
had a Polish mother's t-shirt kids to put on their underwear.
Tell me how.
Yellow in the front, brown in the back.
Ew.
So what's been the biggest obstacle you've seen in the of change in the past 27 years? Like what's affected your comedy the most since you've started?
My hearing impairment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that's a big change for me because the hearing has got worse, so I can't socialize and schmooze as much as I would like to.
Now, has it been
is
progressively worse, or was it just like getting bad, and then like a drop?
progressively worse.
Okay.
Another big change is it's a whole different ball game with the millennials. I don't necessarily get their jokes. They don't necessarily get mine. Hopefully we can meet in the middle, but it's a whole different comedy scene out there than it was 25 years ago.
Definitely. And part of that is probably, I mean, even the 5.5 years I've been doing comedy, a lot has changed, and, not necessarily for the better. That could also be a thing, like as you age, now they're looking at you as you're the old one in the room. So now, that's the thing. You're still like mentally, I'm still a 14-year-old boy. I just don't have I don't have a Lamborghini poster on my wall anymore. Now that them being the kids and looking at you like you're the old lady in the room, even though you're not that old, you're the old lady in the room, and their perception is automatically different. And fuck them. If you offend them, fuck them.
Fuck them if they can't take a joke.
Bingo. Matt says, I feel you on the hearing impediment. I have bad ears too. Me too, Maddie. Same underwear. Oh, yeah. Same underwear turnaround. Yes. Now, is there hope for comedy? Is there hope to redeem the art that we love?
God, I hope so, because sometimes I get frustrated that I'm not getting the opportunities that some of my peers that are younger are getting. Some of the gigs they're getting, I'm not too disappointed. I'm not. But I'm disappointed that the younger generation may not have that opportunity to perform at a level the old timers were performing at. We were packing places. They were sold out. They were shows.
Well, a lot of that I don't think has to do with the comedians. I think that's
Is
not
it
selling out those
time?
big. It's the people. It's the audience. It's the how easy it is for people to see comedy on YouTube and everything. So back in the day, back in the 80s when the big comedy boom happened, the only place to see stand-up comedy was going to a show. There were a couple of television specials. My first experience with stand-up comedy, seeing stand-up comedy, was the Young Comedian special in 1984 that was done at Dangerfields, and it had Sam Kinison, Bob Nelson. I can't remember if Jerry Seinfeld was on that one. Had Maurice LaMarche, who became a prominent voice actor, but it had a lot of those big name comics just starting out. But that was my first, and there wasn't much stand-up comedy you could see. Yeah, you can get the albums, but to see it on, they didn't televise it. Most of it you couldn't televise. So when HBO really brought that in.
HBO.
And then Comedy Central back in the early 90s, really made stand-up comedy into a household thing. Because, when I was a kid, I saw the stand-up special on TV, but I didn't think that you could actually go to a place and see it. Or, but now I think with the oversaturation of people just being able to see their favorite comedians, their newest Netflix special, people are less likely to go out and see them in person. And it also is location. I think location plays a big part of it.
I agree with that 100%.
What, location?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And some cities are more apt to go out and have that, live show presence. The audience going to live shows. Tampa, as much as I love the comedians here and I love this city, Tampa is a shitty place for people to go to comedy shows. They don't fucking go out. Seriously, they don't go out. And the comedy clubs here are giving away tickets to big name touring acts. They're giving away free tickets because they can't get the people in on a paid ticket. However, and I think the biggest part of that is Tampa does not have the tourist volume that places like Orlando. Orlando fills out rooms. Why? Because you have the tourist traffic. We don't have that so much here. We have some tourist action, but not much. And I don't think we're reaching that tourist demographic.
Do you think it would make a difference if, for example, we're doing shows closer to major attractions, like closer to Busch Gardens or closer to like Amalie Arena or some place like that? Or even the airport? I
don't think so. Mainly because where people are going to look for stand-up comedy, I mean, like the area right around Busch Gardens is not exactly the best of areas for business. It's pretty rough. Where Orlando has an advantage is, the comedy clubs down in the tourist district, International Drive, which are touristy. They're going to get foot traffic. Yeah. People are going to drive down to International Drive and just walk up and down the block and find something to do. So they will happen to come across, there's stand-up comedy here. Oh, I love that. Let's do that. On a night they don't have a theme park ticket. Right. So we don't have that. And even near Busch Gardens, we don't have that type of environment. The closest thing to that we have is Ybor. Right. But then right in Ybor, you have, the Improv. You have, I don't even know what the hell, you're the
Ybor person.
Ybor guru.
They're not getting their turnout either, though, unfortunately. I just did a show at the Improv a couple of weeks ago, and even though it was a show, the same 10 comedians are the only audience we have, and I am seeing that.
Was it an open mic or was it a show?
It was a show.
Wow. Yeah. See, that's and guaranteed those 10 comedians didn't pay to get in. That kills
the comedians didn't get paid.
Maddie Collins,
they gave us a shot.
Oh, sorry.
I do take my hat off to the people that are trying to establish ways for us to get a gig. It can't be an easy thing for them to MC these shows, and you see the same people over and over again. So I do hope that in the future, some way we bridge that gap and do start seeing growth with the younger group and the older group as well.
I think the biggest problem here in Tampa is we're oversaturated with shows.
There's a lot of them.
I was talking to my buddy John, who's a producer from New York, who was down. We did some shows with him this past weekend, and he's like, "What? How come you can't get people into shows?" I said, look at it this way: you're from New York. On Long Island, how many comedy clubs are there? There are 3. Only 3. How many people are on Long Island? About 5 million. So now you have 3 clubs serving 5 million people, whereas you have, Side Splitters, Improv, McCurdy's, Coconuts, Snappers. You have 5 clubs. Am I missing one? I might be missing one. You have
hurting.
You have 5 clubs serving like 3 million people. 2.5, 3 million people. So, you're oversaturated. And they have tons of bar shows, open mics. Why, if you're gonna perform at open mics, that's fine. Don't advertise it. Don't invite people to come to an open mic because you want to invite them to come to a show where there's a paid ticket where they're gonna, you're gonna potentially make money. Unless you're content at just being an open micer. Some people are. That's,
it's hard for me, and I love doing comedy. I love getting up there and making people laugh. But when you are doing that repeatedly, you get sick of your jokes. The other people who you're performing for week in and week out, they're getting sick of your jokes.
The one thing I haven't been able to get comfortable with is doing the same set 2 consecutive shows. Even though I know the audience is different, it just feels weird doing the exact same set back to back. Now, George Carlin used to do his 90-minute show. He would do the same exact verbatim 90-minute show for an entire year. Wow. Every night, every show was the exact same. But every audience was they were different faces. So it didn't, those people didn't know he just told those jokes at the 7 o'clock show. They didn't know what the 7 o'clock show was. They're there for the 9 o'clock show. So, but every year he would come out with a different, brand new 90-minute show, which is difficult in and of itself. Because when you're touring like he toured, you don't have the time to test out jokes in an open mic. Maybe he would test them out in one of his shows, but essentially his show for the entire year was the same 90-minute show every night, same jokes, same order, same everything. And, it's a mental thing.
It's a mental thing. That 90 minutes, boy, that's amazing.
His 90 minutes was fucking brilliant every time.
Agree.
You look like you're going to say something. Well, fine then. Whatevs.
No, I was responding to Maddie's comment.
I'm pretty sure I'm the only Maddie watching, darling. You can use the first name to save breath. Oh,
because he was asking how far away we are from Miami. So I was talking about this past weekend.
Moon's over Miami. Yeah, we were almost there.
Yeah, we're less than an hour away.
Yeah, it was nice down there. I really liked it.
I want to go back. I'm going back.
I was going to say you're going back in like a couple weeks,
like
aren't you?
Yeah.
See, but that's the thing. I was thinking about that. I'm like, we should do another show. I don't think I want to do another show there until next year.
I'm going to do a mic when I'm down there.
Well, that's good. You should.
Okay.
Definitely think you should. But I don't know about doing another show, especially in that immediate area. I don't want to just keep going to the same places and, several times in the year. And,
well, if it makes you feel any better, they don't have a regular comedy show specifically at that venue.
Well, yeah. But if you did working in the same area, then, you're attracting to the same crowd. We're going to make it also. I have some ideas for next year.
Okay.
We're going to tie into the whole pirate and then Mardi Gras theme.
Okay.
When now the comedians can do whatever material they want.
Right.
But the theme of the show is going to be pirate.
So
expect to be dressed like a Mardi Gras pirate next year when you host.
We'll talk about that later. They're down for that. They have pirate parties all the time there.
Arr!
Arr.
It's driving me nuts.
September 19th is International Talk Like a Pirate Day.
And I love that you know that.
Yeah.
You know what? I just noticed a connection.
What?
Like, what is with you? You just you're attracted to pirate bars.
It follows me. Pirates and mermaids follow me wherever I go, whether I like it or not.
So if we went to New York, you'd end up hanging out at Jerry and the Mermaid.
I guess.
Probably. It's a bar.
I mean, okay. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm down for pirates. I'm always down for pirates.
Yeah, I just know because you dance at gas bars and Octopus is a pirate bar.
Yeah, and then there's other places too, but yeah.
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 Arr.
Yeah, pirates and mermaids follow me everywhere I go. Right. It's like it's in my blood.
I mean, it's not a bad thing to follow you around, to be honest with you.
No, if you're gonna have anybody on your side, want to have some pirates.
They had our flag hanging up.
Yeah, they did.
I love that.
They did. So they had bunch of different pirate flags, if you noticed.
Yeah.
Not just on that one banner, but like all over the place.
Yeah, I know, but can you look at them and know which captain belongs to which flag?
Some of them.
Okay,
Some of them.
good.
But yeah, I definitely recognized ours when you pointed it out.
Yeah.
So.
Arr. Arr. What's a pirate's favorite letter? You think it'd be R?
Arr,
No,
yeah,
no.
right.
Pirate's first love is the sea.
Oh, I before E except for after C.
Yes, and sometimes Y.
Can we address this question that Maddie asked? The last question he asked?
Do you do multiple shows in a night? Sometimes. Could you do different sets in the same night for different people? Yes. And typically when you're doing 2 shows in a night, you would do the same material for both shows. It's just weird doing it because you're, in your head, you're there. So in your head, you're doing the same thing. You think it's going to be boring. You're like, oh, they just heard me tell this joke. No, they didn't. It's a different crowd. So it's getting past that mental obstacle.
As a theater person, I'm used to doing as a theater and dance person, when you're in like a full on production, I'm used to doing the same thing over and over again, especially multiple times a day. And for me, that's an opportunity to polish it up and do it better the next time.
But the big difference is usually when you're doing a play, and I can't speak for, something that's just dance, but when you're in a play or a production like that, that's something someone else wrote and is being directed. Like when you're doing comedy, that's your, that's a piece of your soul.
I agree and also disagree because
let's agree to disagree. We'll disagree to agree. How about that?
That's why we're friends.
I know.
But no, but it's true. It's why we're friends, because we can agree to disagree and not have it, to be detrimental to our relationship. But no, but I think it's an opportunity. Well, I always cater my set. When I have to do multiple things like in one day, I cater my set. Like I'll have the same list of jokes essentially. And then I'll be like, well, that one didn't really land. So maybe I should put it before this other joke and transition into it better. So I'm doing the same jokes, but maybe I'm doing a different order or putting emphasis on different parts.
Okay. Maddie, I have questions about this. I went on a naked cruise, not last year, but the year before. They had a pirate flag on the boat. Does that count as me being part of the pirate gang?
No.
Yes. What?
That means you were pirate booty.
Ooh, pirate booty. So you were sitting out there with your yardarm. Okay. My question is, what naked cruise did you go on? That's kind of where I'm.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, maybe it's not fun if I was naked, but it's fun if other people were naked because nobody wants to see 350 pounds of chewed bubble gum. But yeah, you go, girl. You go, Maddie.
Is nudity like a widely accepted thing in Australia?
That's a good question.
Because I know in Europe, a nude beach is totally normal, no big deal. But I'm wondering if people just hang out naked, not just not to go to the grocery store or whatever, just in general. Just
fun fact: my pirate booty ended up in Tan magazine. I don't know what Tan magazine is, but that's awesome. Arr, Maddie booty.
I wonder if Tan stands for something, or it's just a nudist magazine because it's tan.
Or just tan because it's about tanning and people who are into tanning and people who like tanning. And
he said it is not. It is absolutely not. I don't know what he's referring to.
Yeah, I don't know. We're behind a little bit. So Maddie, is nudity an accepted thing in Australia? Do the Sheilas run around? It's a natural naturist magazine.
I think that's what he. Oh, a naturist magazine?
Yeah, going au natural.
Tan magazine. There we go.
Aren't you glad you came here, Joanie?
Yeah, it's just the Australian.
I just want to go shopping at the Publix where the naked people are. Just.
So he says the Australian Naturalist magazine, and he says it's not a nudist magazine, but the picture that I see is of a lady who's painted with the Australian flag. She seems pretty naked to me.
I need a closer inspection.
I just zoomed in on a picture that I found, the first picture that popped up for Tan magazine. She looks painted, or maybe it's I
fixed it,
superimposed or whatever.
I fixed it.
You fixed it. Oh, you don't want to look at her face. That's not very nice.
No, she's got an ugly face.
She's not your type.
No, she got an ugly face.
She's just not your type.
You know I like fat chicks, but a fat chick with an ugly face is scary. A skinny girl with an ugly face is scary. Ugly face is ugly face.
Flying the flag at Kiata A Bay Beach Carnival, Streak the Cove Run, Samurai Beach Fun, Sydney Con Fest, and more.
So if I was present where she was, I would just be giving her a thumbs up the whole time, like this, just covering her face with my thumb.
So it's not called nudity. It's not nudist. It's a naturalist community.
Okay. What's the difference?
This is probably more politically correct.
Being naked on every beach is absolutely not an accepted thing in Australia.
Oh.
Different topics for different responses. There's no clothing in tan. I was answering your question on whether or not it's widely accepted to be naked
gotcha.
anywhere in Australia. It is
Gotcha.
not.
Listen, this magazine is not for you because they aim to celebrate and break down stereotypes, celebrate different body types and break down inherent stereotypes.
Okay.
So you could be in their magazine too.
No, ain't nobody want to see that.
Apparently they want to see it.
No, they don't. Nobody wants to see it. It looks like 350 pounds of chewed bubble gum with hair stuck in it. It's just, it's not good. You don't want to see it.
Natural people in
I don't even
various
wanna see it.
backgrounds. That's what I'm reading the description of their magazine, their note from the editor.
Okay.
I kind of want to subscribe to this now.
So subscribe to it. Support them.
I'm going to do it.
Do it.
Oh, I have to
It's
log
not
into
your People or Hustler, but it's a naturalist magazine. I get it. Just people who like airing out the bits.
It's a 68 page full color glossy publication.
Ooh, glossy.
Like it. Thank you for telling me about this, Maddie. All ages and body types, as the best body is the one you have at the moment.
Nice. The all ages thing I have a little issue with.
Well, I haven't seen any children, but I did see these fine people right here.
I could see a dude's like nipple. It looks like a pepperoni slice from here. I like pepperoni.
It's just a lady and a man. I think those are the editors.
Oh, okay.
They're hugging on each other.
Ooh, man boobs.
Yeah, man boobs.
See, I told you, pepperoni nipple. I have them too. It's cool. We talk about our own.
I got man boobs too.
I'm going to learn more about Tan Magazine.
There you go.
All right.
Good job, Maddie. Now you got to looking at naked people in Australia.
I got a butt.
All right.
Look, I got a butt.
Is it a nice butt or is it a hairy butt? Or
It's
is
a
it-
man butt.
Oh, okay.
It's a man butt. See, man butt.
That is in fact a man
That's a
butt.
butt.
That's a man butt.
Here's a
Confirmed.
lady butt. You want a lady butt?
Oh, speaking of man butt,
Lady butt.
that's lady butt.
Lady butt.
Speaking
Sorry.
of man butt, and it's something that you guys had brought up a
Also-
couple weeks ago talking about the Renaissance Fair. What?
Dog butt.
Dog butt.
Yeah.
Is it a
Oh,
corgi?
That's where that guy moved.
No, it looks like a
him.
little pit bull something.
Oh,
I don't know what he is.
corgis got cute butts because they wiggle.
I
You know what though? If you haven't done it, I'd highly suggest it. Going without the clothing is so fucking releasing.
agree.
It was so fucking releasing this afternoon in my bedroom. You're walking around like as God intended. There's no freedom like it.
I've been body painted, so I totally feel that.
All right, let me take it a step further, Maddie, and give you an explanation. I'm 350 pounds and Irish. All right.
So you're super pasty white.
No. I tan. That's Lebanese half tans, but yeah, Irish. It was an itsy bitsy teeny weeny little tiny Irish peenie.
You can watch Tan TV.
Oh,
Advertise in Tan.
ooh,
Advertise on Tan TV. Deadlines for contest. I'm sorry.
that's all right.
I've
You're
gone
just
down.
hijacking with this. You're really obsessed with this. Like she's gonna
I've
go. You
gone-
know what she's doing for the next 12 hours when she leaves here?
I went
That.
down a rabbit hole.
So at the Renaissance Festival here in Tampa, there was some people upset because they were having some kind of a man kilt wearing contest,
Yeah.
and one of the gentlemen mooned the crowd, and people saw not only his bum but they saw his dangly bits. And this was like the middle of the day, and people were offended.
I mean, there are kids there.
Okay.
He could have like held it forward.
I don't think he intended to expose the coin purse. I think it was just there because he flipped. He like turned around, he had his back to the audience, but his legs were kind of slightly apart, and he flipped the kilt up and started shaking it, and it looked like Tyson hitting the speed bag. They would jiggling around.
Here at Bay Area Renaissance Festival.
Yeah.
Gives me meaning to barf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He should have turned the other cheek.
Yes. Or he should have went from the front and just helicoptered that fucking thing.
I mean, I wouldn't be offended because I'm an adult
Yeah.
and a pervert, but there are kids there, and they don't necessarily need to see that.
That was the one woman who was on the news that complained she was there with her kids. But it's like it was so embarrassing, and like I don't know about embarrassing. Like I know my kids, if my kids were there and they saw it, they'd be fucking pointing and laughing. Like, I saw his balls.
Same. I probably would do that, and I'm not a child.
Yeah.
I mean, I am, but I'm not.
Like I'd be. I mean, I remember when the Janet Jackson thing happened at the Super Bowl. My first reaction was, "Hey, Dad, was that a titty?" And he was like, "I think so." Like we all didn't know what we just saw because it was quick.
Yeah. Cut to commercial.
So we had to watch. No, we had like DVR. We had to rewind it and pause it
Rewind,
several times. Zoom in just to make sure, because it's the American thing to do.
Maddie says he's the whitest black man.
Congratulations to Hyacinth. As John said, it's not necessarily about hitting bottom; it's scraping the shit out of the sides. And I'm an abominable Aboriginal. Oh, Maddie, I want your opinion on that that the kid that was bullied, that had achondroplasia, the dwarf in Australia, who because I know he's in Brisbane. I'm sorry, Brisbane. I can say it right. I know he's down your neck of the woods, and some people are saying that it's scammy bullshit, and bullying just sucks no matter what.
They said that he was actually a child actor, and that his mom like instigated him to be able to make that video and used him and stuff like that. And then also there's other pictures and like other things that are coming out that says that he himself is a bully in his school.
Okay.
And there's like pictures, like there's pictures like on his Facebook, like his kids and his mom Facebook, of him just like flicking the camera off and like things like that. This like little child.
Yeah.
So
I mean, my kids do that too, but
right, but your kids don't put videos on the internet crying about how they're being bullied, and
that's
then
true.
Because
if they did, I'd beat them and call them pussies. I'm just kidding. That's horrible. I wouldn't actually do that. I would do it in private. I wouldn't make a video of it. Okay. You know what you should do when the kids aren't home and it's not winter? Start walking around the house naked. You'll find it so relaxing. Trust me on this. I've done that before, man. A lot of times, like I'll get out of the shower and I'll just go make get a drink or something in the kitchen.
I walk around my house naked all the time. I don't have anybody to impress. My dog and my cat are already naked, so they don't judge me.
That's true. That's true.
Except for my cat. He wears a sweater sometimes. He does.
I mean, I got to be honest with you. I mean, like I said, I've walked around the house and, it's not my thing. It doesn't do anything for me. I don't knock people who are into it. I mean, if that's your thing, if that's what makes you happy, then seriously go for it and be happy and enjoy. But for me,
oh my God.
Oh my God, that's a beautiful pussy.
Thank you.
Really good looking cat.
Yeah, he's my baby.
Kitty.
I've seen your pussy.
But he's wearing fur. He's wearing a sweater. He's wearing a sweater because he was cold that day.
How'd you get that sweater on it?
How did I get a sweater?
Roofies.
No.
Roofies and then catnip.
He's a really good cat. I take him for walks too. I'm serious. Yeah, he's a good cat. So he's a better behaved cat than my dog is.
Look at Maddie dropping the philosophy. It's not about impressing anyone. You're impressing yourself. Fuck what anyone thinks. When you don't care what anyone thinks, that's the whole new level of freedom.
Not for nothing, Maddie, but I agree but I also am like, I wear little clothing for my jobs sometimes. So here we are.
I got to be honest with you, Matt. My only thing is, not wearing not wearing drawers and having my balls stick to my leg. I mean, it gets hot and humid here in Florida, so that's kind of where I'm at. Is when you're fat and with Eastern European descent, and you sweat a lot and things stick, so the clothing kind of helps that. So that's kind of where I'm at. You're welcome for that fucking visual. Enjoy
don't
that
care.
shit.
I sat on a leather chair today. It went when I got up.
Were you naked when you sat on it?
No, I was wearing shorts.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask if you stuck to it.
I did. My legs stuck to it.
I was going to say it was a suction joke.
Oh,
If you were naked.
thick thighs save lives.
No.
I know. I know.
No, I was going even worse than that.
I know. I'm trying to ignore it.
I know. That's why I just keep going. Yeah, that's some deep philosophy, Matt. That's why God made water. Go for a swim, dude. I get that. I have a pool in my backyard.
I tell a joke about pooping in the ocean naked. That's pretty much I just told you the punchline of the joke.
I think you told us about this like last week.
Last week,
we talked about that.
Oh, maybe, probably. It's
Like the water was ice cold, and the only reason why you went into it is because you had to poop. was that to
no,
pee?
that was
Oh,
that was
pee.
last weekend at the beach, and that was to pee.
Oh,
But I have pooped in the ocean, and the punchline of my joke that I say on stage is there's no better feeling than taking a shit floating weightlessly in the ocean.
okay.
That's it.
I would just be afraid of like where it's gonna like.
You got to make
bounce
sure
off
you're
of.
like upstream
Okay.
because it floats to the top.
Okay.
Just make sure it doesn't float back towards you.
Okay. It's all right, Maddie. You missed last week's show. We still love you. Since I was in New York, my voice, I've been like congested.
It's because of the
And the
nasty
vocals.
smog.
Oh,
No, actually, where I am, where I live, where I was so the air's clean out there.
Oh, I don't know.
The water will give you cancer, but the air's clean.
Did you go for a swim?
No, it was
Did you?
fucking Christmas. It was. Did I go for a swim? No, because the water was frozen. The water was too hard. You dive in, you break your neck.
I feel like you're one of those people who would go
water.
to the.
I would legit do a polar bear plunge.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. You-
Absolutely.
I feel like you would do that.
Absolutely. But that's you not like going in the water and swimming for an hour. You run into it, you realize how it's fucking cold. You try to find your balls that fell off because it's so fucking cold, and then you get out of it and you go get drunk. You drink a hot toddy or something like that.
Why don't you get drunk first so you feel it less?
They usually do.
Okay, just making
Yeah.
sure. Just making sure.
No, my for some reason, like my throat, my vocal cords and stuff, and I've been sucking down throat coat tea. It's been helping a little bit.
You need some raw honey and some ginger and lemon.
Okay, can I take some raw honey, some ginger ale, and some lemon, then add some rum to it?
Sure,
You're onto something.
sure.
So I'll take the
I think
ginger
they say
ale.
whiskey's better for that, though.
I know, that's why I drink lots of it. You have a cut, you put a little alcohol on it, right? I put the alcohol on the inside.
I've definitely put vodka on a cut when I didn't have regular alcohol.
I always have Everclear or I have moonshine at the house for that.
Oh, there you go. Moonshine is basically grain. Well, it is grain alcohol,
Yes.
and it's really good for your skin. It's better than using isopropyl alcohol.
It's actually stronger alcohol. It's more alcohol. It's
Yeah.
You know,
So is gin. Gin is good for your skin too, because
You know-
it's made with botanicals.
well, old gin is flavored vodka.
It's not flavored vodka.
Oh, yes, it is. It is vodka that is infused with juniper berries.
It's different grain. It's different.
Nope.
Plants.
It's vodka with juniper berries.
Okay.
This is not a podcast. It's an education, people.
That's right.
Education.
If you're not learning something new in a day, you wasted the fucking day. And you know who said that? Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's one of the smartest motherfuckers on this planet.
You know what Snoop Dogg said? Learn something new every day.
I thought it was smoke weed every day.
Yeah.
I thought he said 1, 2, 3 into the 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre's at the door.
I want to meet
Ready to
Snoop
make an entrance.
Dogg.
So back on up because we're about to rip shit up. What?
If I ever met Snoop Dogg, I would walk up to him and I say, "Mr. Dogg, I'm a big fan. Let me smoke you up, please."
And he'd be like, shit, I got this. And pull out the biggest fucking joint you ever saw.
That's my plan.
You know what I found out? Willie Nelson's got to stop smoking weed.
That's a
Why?
bummer.
Because he's having breathing problems and lung problems. He's got to actually stop smoking it.
Yeah, but you can eat it now.
Well, I
you can
think
bake
he's
it.
able to do that. He just can't smoke it.
Is he going to be at the Strawberry Festival again this year?
He stopped touring from last I heard.
Oh, I
Like
thought I saw a
he's
billboard.
in bad health. I mean, they may have him. He may be back out on the road. I'm glad we got to saw him last year. Got to see him last year.
Mhm.
I can't talk.
At
That's a
Strawberry or
legend,
somewhere else?
yeah,
Yeah.
man, that's a legend.
My son wanted to go.
Really?
Yep. He wanted to go see Uncle Willie, so we went and saw Uncle Willie.
Waylon and Willie.
I want to touch his hair.
Put
wanna
another
fix his
log on the
braids?
fire.
Yeah, I want to like touch his braids.
He used to be the redheaded stranger. Now he's the gray-headed stranger. He was good though, and you could tell he's getting up in years, and he's not as strong and stable as he used to be. But just to see him, to see Trigger, his guitar, and it was awesome.
That was actually the first concert I went to. Now that we're talking about it, was
Willie
Wailing and Willie.
Really? Was it the full Highwaymen, or was just the
that
or the
was a
Outlaws?
long time ago.
Was Johnny Cash there? Was it was it a show
I
with
did
Cash
see
and-
Johnny Cash about that same time. The Man in Black.
I would have liked to meet him too.
God, I'm old. I'm really fucking.
Yeah, it's all right. Well, I mean, theoretically, that could have been the early '90s. I'm just saying it could have been because Waylon was still alive and Johnny was still alive, so it could have been the early '90s.
All the other comedians were dead, but
or dying. It was it was close at that time. Want to do 20 questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so we play this game here. It's 20 questions. Some of them are deep and philosophical. Most of them are light and topical. So here we go. Number 1, what is your non-alcoholic drink of choice?
coffee.
Coffee.
How do you take it?
Why
Well,
is
there's
it?
an old saying. I like it like I like my women, strong and black.
Okay.
But I've never been with a black woman, so I'll just go with strong.
Okay.
Okay.
See, now here's what's bad. She asked, how do you take it? And I was going to blurt out, up the ass. And then it's like, I like it like I like my women without somebody else's dick in it. It's, I'm fucked up.
Me
All
too.
Number 2, favorite color.
Black.
All right.
Again, I've never slept with any black women, but it's my favorite color, black.
Nothing wrong with that. I wear the black for the poor and the beaten down. Dog or cat?
What was that?
Dog or cat?
Cat.
Cat. Meow. Number 4. What is the strangest job you ever had?
High-end house bitch.
Is that like an official title? Is there a union for that?
No union.
High-end house bitch. Care to elaborate on duties for a high-end house bitch?
Cleaning a lot of toilets for the more wealthy than I.
Ah. Gotcha. Number 5. What is your biggest fear?
That's a good question, man. Don't overthink this shit, right? Right off the bat, spiders.
Fuck spiders.
Fuck spiders.
Fuck spiders. Nicole. Fuck spiders.
Fuck spiders.
Yeah.
I like them though.
The itsy bitsy spider. Fuck the itsy bitsy spider.
I like them. You know what? I like spiders as long as they're not near me.
I like
Like-
spiders.
like-
I have no problem with spiders.
Like if they're near me, if they're like crawling on me, no. But if they're like up in the corner in the house and like not in the house, but if they're outside, and then they're right.
I walked by a tree the other day when I was walking the animals, and I came home and there was like a bunch of tiny little spiders all over my shoulder that I guess had come on from the tree.
I would set myself on fire. I'd be like, "Fuck that gasoline in a match."
I literally didn't care.
Like
I
that
went out.
monk.
I literally didn't care. I went outside and went like this,
No,
Oh,
I would fuck.
and then I took
I-
off my shirt and shook it out a little.
No,
and
no,
that was fine.
I would fucking set I'd set myself. It's self-immolation right there. It's a done. Game
don't
over,
like-
man.
Cockroach. You know what? You know what I hate more than cockroaches? Silverfish.
I hate those.
like the Jewish thing?
No,
Oh. It's
Jesus.
fillet of fish or
Yeah,
something.
Like
no,
gefilte fish.
gefilte fish.
No, the
Thank
little
you.
bugs that look like little centipedes, but they're gray, a clearish gray. They look like tiny. They look like if a shrimp and a centipede had a tiny baby.
Yeah, and they got like two long antennas in the front and in the back. But
They-
they're really. I mean, their bodies are probably about this big, but the way they move, it looks like they're swimming.
Wow.
They like to hang out around like dust and old books and things
Yeah.
like that. So they're really nasty. I hate them.
I can tell.
They're gross. I've never had gefilte fish though, but it looks good.
Are you fucking serious? Like, I don't even think Jewish people like eating that.
I don't know. I like fish. And
Do you know what gefilte fish is?
isn't it like fermented fish in a jar or some shit?
Yeah, you can't like go out and I'm gonna go catch a gefilte fish.
No, that's fine.
It's like several different fishes
Okay.
like together, and it's all like jellied and.
But Vietnamese people have similar food, and I like that, so I don't see why I wouldn't like the Jewish version.
It's weird. It's something weird.
I actually think Hitler did what he did because he was forced to eat gefilte fish once. He's like, no, fuck all you people. That's it. Done.
I'll give
Am I going to lose my job for that?
No, but you're never gonna make it on SNL.
Oh, damn it. I Googled giant spider on the roof of the Queensland Museum. Fucking nearly fatal mistake. No, I'm good. I'm not even going to go down that road, Maddie.
I am.
The Queensland Museum has a spider exhibit on at the moment. On the roof, there is a 30-foot spider. Is it like 30 feet and alive, or is it like a model? Because a 30-foot fucking spider, I would definitely use automatic weapons on that. Like, no doubt. I would double tap and reload and no, fuck that.
But this is the future. If there's a 30-foot spider, we have banned assault weapons, so you're shit out of luck.
Looks like they get quick at reloading a revolver.
I wonder if this is what. This is interesting. I don't know what it is, but this is an art piece. I like it.
Oh, there is oh my God, there's a 30-foot spider.
Is that the one at the Queensland Museum? He said he thinks it's a balloon or something. Or that's fine. Like that, I would go right up to it if I could. I mean,
No, this is at the Guggenheim.
Okay.
This is actually a traveling art piece, and it goes to Ottawa and Notre Dame and a bunch of other places.
Okay, that I would have no problem with. If it's fake, like no problem. Like fake snakes, fake spiders, no fucking problem. But like if I'm sitting there and like a spider's crawling on my arm, I will chop my arm off if I have to. Like, fuck that. But if they're like just chilling outside and doing what spiders do, eating bugs and shit, that I could accept that.
Do you want to see a picture of a spider eating a rodent?
I've seen it. That's pretty gross.
Yeah, it's okay. I can't find the picture that Maddie's talking about, but I'm finding a bunch of other giant spider pictures.
Okay,
That's
let's
back
move
in
on.
Australia with all those people.
Oh, it's a
that are naked,
possum.
right?
It's
What?
eating a possum. That's fucked up.
Yeah, that's a possum, not a rat. It's pretty big.
That's gross. All right,
Never
so
mind.
moving on the 20 questions. Number 6, what is your guilty pleasure song? Like the one song that you'll rock the fuck out to, but you don't want anybody to know you like it.
Ooh, I'm busted now.
Yeah,
Marvin Gaye, Sexual Healing.
it's a good fucking song. That's not like, there's no reason to be ashamed of that shit. That's fucking. I'll take a spider over a palmetto bug any day. Yes.
Same.
Nah,
Yeah.
I'll take the bug.
Spider over palmetto bug.
Yeah.
I can
Nah.
kill that bug. I'm gonna run from the spider.
You can't kill a spider. You can just step on it.
Yeah. My daughter had a spider in her room once, and she wanted me to kill it, but I told her I'm not going to kill it until you name it.
Oh.
So I'm like, what do you want to name it? She said Jeff. I'm like, okay, I'm going to kill you, Jeff. And she's like, die, Jeff. And I fucking stopped. I'm like, you are fucked up.
I love her.
Yeah, she's awesome.
I
It's
love
my
her.
little squishy. Number 7. What fictional character do you most identify with?
Jack Nicholson, the Joker.
Oh, that was
Specifically, Jack Nicholson.
Jack
Okay.
Nicholson's Joker. That was one of my favorite Jokers because Jack Nicholson is just fucking crazy.
Priceless.
Number 8, vanilla or chocolate?
Chocolate, double chocolate, triple chocolate, triple chocolate dipped in chocolate.
Wrapped around chocolate,
Right.
stuffed inside a chocolate.
Yeah.
Leela Bell, what's going on? You are late to the game. That's all right, though. We forgive you because you're awesome. Thank you again for coming out. I really appreciate you coming out and supporting us.
She gave me chocolate.
Yeah, I'll have one.
Oh,
It's squished. I'm
perfect.
It's okay. That's okay. She gave me a smush kiss.
sorry.
Chocolate wrapped in purple.
Fun fact about Hershey Kisses. Learning time. Why are they called Hershey Kisses?
Because of how the machine looks when they.
It looks like the machine's kissing the thing.
Yeah. This is dark chocolate, by the way, guys.
Thank
I
you.
like dark
All
chocolate.
those antioxidants.
I like it because it's less sugar and goddamn diabetes. Jonathan Matz, I've been here since 9, but hi. There's a place somewhere in Tampa with a 20 or 30-foot iguana on a roof. It's actually a dragon, and it's a jewelry store on Kennedy Boulevard.
Oh yeah.
The big meta. And that guy, he's got sculptures all over the city.
Yep.
He does really nice work.
Yeah.
Back on the list. Number 9. What is your go-to comfort food? The one food that makes you feel all warm and fuzzy? Chocolate?
Chocolate. Wrapped in chocolate.
Stuffed inside of chocolate, covered in
I
chocolate,
can live on it.
served on a chocolate platter. Okay. Number 10. What is your favorite cheesy movie?
Fried green tomatoes or peaches? Probably fried green tomatoes.
Yeah.
Cheesy.
Cheesy. I don't know if Beaches would be like fried green tomatoes was kind of cheesy. I don't know if Beaches would really be cheesy. I mean, that was kind of a serious, and that was actually an award. They won some awards.
So
I wouldn't really
what's
call it,
cheesy.
like the 80s movies with John Cusack. Those are cheesy, or movies that had great appeal but weren't like great works of cinematic
Animal
art.
House?
That was a great one. I wouldn't say I was cheesy, but damn good.
I'm missing the meaning of cheesy.
No, I mean, that was kind of cheesy. It was just a caricature of college life. There's a movie on Netflix called A Futile and Stupid Gesture. It chronicles the life of Doug Kenny, who was one of the writers for National Lampoon, one of the founders of the National Lampoon magazine, one of the writers of Animal House. In Animal House, he was the guy that, like, real nerdy looking guy that said, "What the hell we're supposed to do, you moron?" That was Doug Kenny. He you can watch the movie, but he killed himself. But the movie chronicles the rise of National Lampoon, and it's a all-star cast, very excellent movie, like so well done, and funny, but it really paid a good tribute to Doug Kenny, what he brought to to comedy, to the written and film.
Was Mad Magazine part of that too?
No, that was a separate magazine. Mad, I think, was older than National Lampoon, but National Lampoon was a little edgier, very much edgier. They
pushed the envelope.
They definitely pushed it, but definitely check. It's called A Stupid and Futile Gesture, and it was just it was a very well done movie.
Huh.
And I
I'll
highly
check
recommend.
that out.
But he, Doug Kenny, he was one of the writers of Caddyshack. He wrote Animal House.
Caddyshack's timeless.
Absolutely. And he was one of the writers for that.
I'll be darned.
And it's definitely worth watching. But I wasn't getting chat other than my own. I felt like that's because you were the only one chatting for a hot minute there. All right. Number 12. If you could have lived, I'm sorry, no, number 11. Favorite literary work. What's your favorite book?
When the Caged Bird Sings.
Okay. See, I like when people bring classics up.
Not
It's
like
an old
Mad Magazine or some shit.
Well, I mean, I like Mad Magazine's actually a classic now because it's out of print.
Well, I know, but that's not a literary work, technically.
True. All right, number 12. If you could have lived through any time period, what time period and why?
Yeah, the Bonnie and Clyde era.
The Wild West.
Just because they got away with shit. They were
Well,
classy.
they didn't really
and
get
the
away
women
with
wore
shit.
pants and suspenders, and
I'll
it was
give
cool
it
to be butch.
I'll give it the classy, but I wouldn't necessarily say they got away with it. I mean, I could show you some pictures of how it ended for them, and it wasn't very pretty. But no, I know exactly what you're saying. Like that, like the 20s were a good time with the way people were dressing and style and fashion. I'm not really into fashion, but I would have dressed nice back then. Now I'll just dress like a fat fucking slob.
Same here.
Because that's how I roll. That's how this fat kid rolls. Where are we? Number 13, adult beverage of choice.
Vodka.
Any particular drink or just vodka?
Just vodka. Vodka goes with anything.
That it does. Number 14, celebrity free pass. We didn't talk if you have a significant other of any kind, but if you were able to get a celebrity, you had a celebrity free pass, you could hook up with any celebrity. They had to be a willing participant. So no Bill Cosby. All right. Who would your celebrity be? What was the damn for the no Bill Cosby thing? Yeah, that's. Come on. Let's try to stay classy. Come on, Joanie.
You know, look-wise, I would have to say Angelina Jolie. Wisdom-wise, I would go with Bette Midler.
Like Bette Midler now or Bette Midler back
Bette
in like the
Midler
80s?
anytime. She's
Okay.
timeless to me. She just, I don't know. The girl's withered the storms.
Okay. Number 15. What is your actually? I'll ask this as a two-part question. What is your dream car?
Got to be some kind of Mustang. The Shelby.
Yeah,
The Shelby.
Rust. You're a
GT.
Mustang fan, aren't you?
Mhm.
I gotta say, I used to be a big into Ford, but I never got into the Mustangs until 2003 when I was on my honeymoon. We rented one, a convertible. And the color, I've never seen another one the same color. It was like a dark metallic red. And we honeymooned up in Orlando, and I mean we were living in New York, so it was Orlando was fairly exotic for us. But just driving, people were turning around and looking at this car. I'm like, really?
Chick magnet.
Yeah, I guess kind of turned me on to Mustangs a little bit, so I got a little more respect for them. But now the second part of the question is, what was your first car?
Piece of shit.
Everybody's first car was a piece of shit, but what kind of piece of shit? Mine
It was
was
an Opal, a 2-door, ugly orange Opal, and then I had a Yugo. Yes, I really had a Yugo.
really
I did.
those things were fucking awful.
Nightmare
Yeah.
on any street.
There's a guy. There's a guy. I just saw. He still has one and it still runs.
No.
It barely runs, but it still runs.
I'm in shock.
Yeah, those. I
It
remember.
broke
those things.
down every week.
You talk about people. My first car was a Dodge Caravan. I had a minivan as a first car. So, number 16. What was the first album you remember buying?
Mine would have been Barry Manilow.
Which one?
Oh, didn't he only have one?
Seriously?
I write the songs that make the whole world sing. I write the songs and the girls do dirty things. And I can't remember what one that was.
Barry Manilow is one of those things like no guy will admit to liking Barry Manilow
This is true.
until like you start like you play Copacabana and they're singing all the fucking words to it. Like seriously, and I'm not ashamed to say I fucking love that song. All right. Her name was Lola. She
I'm
was
glad
a showgirl.
You sing that well.
With yellow flowers in her hair and a dress cut down to there. She would merengue and do the cha-cha. Nicole's like in her own fucking world.
Yeah,
She's
Doing
like,
good.
fuck
You're
you
doing
guys.
good.
Checked out.
I was trying to look at I was trying to sign into my other YouTube account so I could share it because I have more subscribers on the other one.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
That's all right. You can
Sorry.
share it after the fact.
That's true. I know.
They can still watch it.
I know.
It stays up there. All right. Number 17. What is the social cause you most stand for?
Social cause I
Yeah.
most stand for?
Yeah.
I'm with the animals.
Yeah.
Any kind of animals. Protect the animals, shelter them, feed them. That and foster kids.
Okay. Good and worthwhile and noble cause. Noble. I don't know how to talk. Number 18. Favorite video game? No? Pong?
Honey, I played Atari.
So did I. Fucking Atari was awesome.
Tennis.
That was that. I can't remember the name of the one I used to love. It was like two tanks that would like go in, like they'd fire like a little dot at
I
each
think I
other.
vaguely remember
Yeah.
that. There were like what 3 games for the whole Atari.
That in the early days, yeah. Where am I? Here we go. You can't say comedian for an answer. So aside from comedian, what would you call a dream job? High-end house bitch.
No, but then I got the T-shirt, the sweatpants. I would say a musician.
Okay. Now, do you play an instrument?
I
No.
pretend when I'm drunk.
I can play kick-ass air guitar.
Yeah, I can.
When I'm drunk, I can dance. It's the only
We
time
all
you'll
have our
listen.
special
Yeah.
hidden talent.
Number 20. What is the most interesting, weird, bizarre fact about Joanie? Something that people would find surprising.
I can't hear worth a shit, but I can smell a fart in Russia.
Well, they say as one sense goes, the others
That's
become
it.
heightened.
True story.
All right. Is the Earth round or flat?
I think it depends on where you sit.
Okay. Okay. But as a generalization, what would you say? Would you say it's flat?
I'm
or
gonna
would
go
you
with round.
say- that's a smart answer. By the way, a side note, there was a flat Earth conspiracy genius that was trying to launch a rocket to prove that the Earth was flat, and he died.
Is that what he was trying to do?
Yep.
I see. Who does that?
Yep. He built a rocket, homemade rocket,
Homemade rocket.
did not make it. Went
at
splat.
all.
No, he went splat. And he'd been working on that for like ever. Like he was doing test land. He did some dry test launches, unmanned test launches, and the manned version didn't work. So he died for the cause. So now he's up in heaven or down in hell, and he knows now whether it's spherical or not.
I hope he's in heaven looking down and being like, oh, dang, it was round.
For eternity, he's got to
They
look and
played
see that
Rocket
it's round.
Man at his funeral.
But which version did they play? The Elton John version, or did they play the William Shatner spoken word version, which is fucking awful. See, just for that guy, I would play the William Shatner version with him sitting there smoking a cigarette, talking in that cadence. You've never seen that?
No, I
It
haven't,
was
but I believe
fucking
it.
Awful.
I love
Family
William
Guy
Shatner.
made fun of it with Stewie doing the
Rocket Man version?
Yeah, doing the spoken word version. He said he was doing it with William Shatner's vocal cadence. Number 22. What did you want to be when you grew up? When you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be an entertainer
Okay.
on any level. So that's.
Did it work?
I
Oh.
still try to entertain.
Did it work?
Well, it's. I keep trying.
Okay, all right.
So you're halfway there. Maddie wanted to add, he tried to launch a steam-powered homemade rocket. He was doomed before he got in that bastard. A steam power. What is this? Is this like 1863? Gotta fire up my steam-powered rocket.
It was a shark steam powered rocket. I'm a high end house bitch. I know these things.
He should have went with a Dyson. My final question, the final question I have for you is iPhone or Android?
No phone. I can't hear on either one of them anymore. I'm just gonna go with the old. Send me a text message, okay?
Okay.
Any phone.
So no preference. All right, that's it for my questions. Nicole Olio has a question.
Can you take us through a typical day in the life of Joanie J?
Right now it's kind of boring. I get up and the cats. I leave my hearing aids out because the cats are screaming for the wet food in the morning.
Yeah.
And I know if I put my hearing aids on before they stop screaming, I will get upset.
Mm-hmm.
So I feed them. I put in my hearing aids. I try not to look in the mirror. Basically pretty low key day. Maybe go for a walk. Kind of steering clear of the open mics. Watch a little bit of TV, reality TV.
Okay.
Feed the cats again. Feed the outside cat that I do not own again.
But what owns you?
Exactly own me. Pretty. I can't complain about my day.
Okay.
I really can't.
All right. That's good. That's good. Not being able to not having anything to complain about is good.
Yes. Because nobody wants to hear it.
Wouldn't do
Nobody
any-
wants to listen.
So somebody asked me how I was doing the other day, and I said can't complain. Then I said it wouldn't do any good if you did anyway.
That's it.
And I was like, and I kind of have been living my life by that ever
That is
since.
true. That is true. Ain't gonna
It's
do
a
you no good, no how.
profound statement.
Yeah.
It really is.
What you have any shows coming up or?
I have one at Snappers Comedy Club on March 11th, I believe 7 p.m.
Nice.
We're hoping people come out to see it. That's every comic's hope for every show they ever do is that people will come out and see it.
That's on Wednesday, March 11th, you said?
Pardon me?
That's on Wednesday, March 11th, you said?
That is very good.
Are they still doing the Hot Mess show? I haven't seen it advertised. Just that it was a Wednesday sparked my.
His was the first Wednesday of the month.
Yeah, but I haven't seen them advertise it lately.
I don't know. I'll message Kyle and see what's up.
Yeah, see if
because
they're
I
still
wanted
doing
to
it.
be on that show.
For reals.
I think I'm finally ready.
I would
Okay.
like to actually come and see you do your little thing too.
Oh, you'd rather see because I suck.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Don't lie. I told you you're my mentor.
Well, when you set your standards low, you'll succeed easily. What do I got coming up?
Mentor, dementor.
Nothing.
Tor
The only
mentor.
thing on my
Sorry.
the only thing on my schedule for the month of March is an appointment with my dermatologist on the 17th.
That's not funny.
No, it's not. Because
That's
she's
not
probably going to
funny.
abuse me and like cut me. I just brought the fucking show down. All right. Yeah, I have nothing scheduled for March. I had a thought. Nicole, one I used to be both C and K. What happened today?
What?
I don't know. He says I used both C and K. Oh, with your name.
My preferred spelling is with a K. My legal spelling is with a C.
But fuck the government.
Yeah, my preferred spelling is with a K because branding.
And yes, Maddie, it was question 22 of 20. That's how we fucking do it in America. All right, get used to it, motherfucker. America. Fuck yeah.
I'm hearing impaired. I only heard 20.
That's all right. That's okay. I played that song for Renee the other day, and she hated it.
The America Fuck Yeah song.
Uh-huh.
And every time anybody ever says America, I follow up with fuck yeah. So
Me too.
Yeah.
I follow most things people say with fuck yeah if it fits. As long as it fits. History. Florida man. Oh, Florida man in history. What do we got?
Oh, Florida man. Wait, where's my things today? You like vaping, huh?
Yes, I like sucking on a robot's dick.
You like cookies, huh? Do you like cookies? Which Florida man story do you want to hear first? The one about vaping or the one about cookies?
Yes.
I'll tell you the cookies one.
Okay. I did it all for the cookies.
Florida man is accused with domestic battery because he threw a cookie at his girlfriend.
Like he
physically chucked a cookie at her.
did he hit her right in the eyeball?
He
I
hit
mean,
her in the forehead.
with a cookie.
Yeah.
Like now, hang on. In order to get arrested for throwing a cookie, like you would have to leave a mark or it's got to be like.
Yeah,
like,
he left a red mark on her forehead with a cookie.
Are they sure it was a red mark on her skin and not icing from the cookie? What kind of cookie was it? I mean, I need these.
It was a hard cookie.
Okay.
That was all, and that's all the specifics.
I'm sorry, Maddie. For
This
you,
gentleman
you were referring to biscuits.
And just so you're aware, this man had tattoos of spider webs on his face.
Oh well, fuck him then. Fuck spiders. Isn't she supposed to give him the cookie though? That's probably why he threw it at her. I'm just guessing. I don't know.
It's a Girl Scout cookie.
That he should have been arrested for wasting a Girl Scout cookie like that. I've killed for less. I mean, seriously. I even broke that. Like this year, I was like, I'm not buying Girl Scout cookies. I'm not buying them.
Lies.
Because I'm not supposed to eat them.
Lies. Is it a lie?
All of them.
Yeah.
Buy them and give them to me.
Well, no, actually, you know what? It wasn't a lie because I did not buy them. My wife did.
Okay, that's fair.
Damn right, I ate them because they took that box of Thin Mints and they put it in the freezer.
Which do you like? Thin Mints?
Hell yeah.
What other? Do you like any of them?
Samoas.
Are those the coconut?
The coconut
circle
and the
ones?
chocolate
Yeah.
ones. Everybody thinks I'm fucking weird. I like trefoils.
Which
the
ones are that?
shortbread cookies.
Okay, those are cool too, though. Those are actually my three favorite. I don't like the other ones.
The one I don't like, they have a lemon one that's not bad. The one I don't like is the peanut butter one. Tagalongs.
Peanut butter cookies dry my mouth out.
Okay. I'm fucking weird. You ready for it? I don't like peanut butter.
That's because it makes your mouth sticky. It's fucking
Well,
weird.
I don't hate peanut, but like I like Reese's Pieces. I like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Occasionally, I'll enjoy a peanut butter cup, but like you know,
all of those things are mixed with chocolate.
My wife
jelly.
and kids will take like a spoonful of peanut butter. No, to me, I don't know why I find it gross.
I'll only do that if I need to get nutrients right away because I'm feeling lightheaded because of low blood sugar or something.
Maddie says, I'm not buying Girl Scout cookies this year. January 2nd, gimme. That's right. You wait till next year.
I have another Florida man story.
Okay.
Do you mix your own juices at all?
No.
Do you have them professionally mixed?
Sort of.
Okay. Well, this gentleman wanted to mix his own juice, and he had his friend do it. And
How'd that go?
He got paid $69
All right.
to vape his friend's semen.
Why? Like, hang on. No,
and by the way, his name was Brad. That is the only name he provided.
All right. Here, how the fuck did that make news? Like, did he go around telling it? Like, did he call up the fucking, the Tampa Bay Times and say, I just vaped my dude's jit gel? I mean, what the fuck?
Did you say jit gel?
Jit gel.
Okay, I'm gonna read to you.
Like, where did
I'm just gonna read it to you. It's a short article.
What's the source? Like, what news source did this come from? If you say like the Hard Times or the Onion or something, I'm gonna come across this table in a tornado of fingernails and teeth.
I don't know. A Florida man vaped his liquid out of something he claims is his friend's semen, then inhales it and blows it forth a mighty jizz cloud. This herald of the apocalypse, I'd say, as Brad, he claims, the first man to ever vape semen. He was reportedly paid $68 for the seminal act. Why not make it 69?
Seriously?
Yeah. The Daily Dot's Miles Klee is skeptical about the actual cum content of his concoction, but points out that it may appear thin because it was diluted with standard vape liquid to make it easier to inhale. You can form your own opinion, but beware. When you glaze too long into the cum vape glazes also into you.
What website is this? What website is this story on?
I don't know. Listen, I just typed in Florida man, okay?
That's good. That story
Nobody ever said that my Florida man stories had to be real.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I don't doubt that it actually happened.
It probably did. We're in Florida, and also
it became news.
Are you in doubt that a man named Brad and Chad? Do you have any doubt in your mind that Brad and Chad said, "Hey, man"?
I think the only way they could have made that any worse if they named them Neil and Bob.
What does that mean?
That's kind of like what they do.
Oh, haha.
Ha! Blowjob joke. Mighty jizz cloud, Maddie says. Yeah.
I was blown away by
apparently he was too.
When you gaze too long into cum vape, the cum vape glazes also into you.
That's why I'm like calling it bullshit that it actually, I mean, like it's
artificial inhalation.
That's good.
I had those are my two Florida man stories. Today our holidays are National Clam Chowder Day, in addition to Mardi Gras. National Clam Chowder Day.
New England or Manhattan?
It didn't specify.
There's a big difference between the two.
Whatever they eat in Louisiana because of Mardi Gras.
They actually don't eat clam chowder they eat gumbo. They eat jambalaya, or maybe even a nice etouffee.
I like etouffee.
Yeah, me too. Crawfish etouffee.
I've only had shrimp, I think. But and it's also National Pancake Day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not have pancakes for National Pancake Day.
Neither did I, but I kind of want to wonder if IHOP will honor that.
I don't see why not. Don't they usually do something?
I don't know. I have no idea. Also, happy birthday to Ric Flair, who did a book signing.
Woo! Nature boy.
Who did a book signing at Barnes & Noble, which I had the honor of meeting him.
Oh, today? Did you meet him today?
No, I didn't meet him today. I met him like 2 years ago. Téa Leoni and actress Rashida Jones.
She is so fucking hot.
She is in my favorite movie called I Love You, Man. She is the main one of the main characters.
Did not see that.
It's a cute rom-com. You should watch it with your wife.
She was in, now I gotta look and see what she was just in something I saw, and she was fucking, was it the Muppet movie? Yeah, judge me, people, because I thought the chick in the Muppet movie was hot. All right, fuck you. Was she on Parks and Rec?
Yes, I think. Maybe.
I think so. Yes. Yeah, she was in Parks and Rec. She's fucking gorgeous.
I like her a lot. Like
She's funny.
From I Love You, Man.
Okay, well, free all-you-can-eat pancakes with the purchase of any breakfast combo.
Up until what? Till midnight? The whole day? Like how long?
I don't know. It's just that's what Monday through Friday, $4.99. 2x2x2 combo. I love IHOP.
I kind of want to go now. I'm gonna go eat IHOP by
National
myself.
Pancake Day. Join us Tuesday, February 25th for a free short stack of buttermilk pancakes, a chance to win pancakes for life and help support a local charity. And you know how much we love supporting local charities. So that in-store only Tuesday, February 25th. I do not see a time. Let me see if there is a time limit. It says hours may vary, but I don't know.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go to IHOP anyway.
It gives a starting time of 7 a.m. It does not specify a finishing time, but your donations benefit the Children's Miracle Network hospitals, Shriners Hospitals for Children, or the Leukemia Lymphoma Society.
Okay.
All three I can get behind. The only thing that would make it better is with St. Jude's.
All right. Cool.
So
I'm gonna go eat some pancakes later. And that's it. That's all I got for you for stories.
whose birthday is it?
Ric Flair.
Oh, it's Ric Flair's
and
birthday.
Rashida
Okay.
Jones and
Okay.
Téa Leoni.
Okay. What's your favorite syrup from IHOP?
Just plain old regular.
Yeah.
Like original
OG,
maple.
OG
yeah.
maple.
Mhm.
What about?
Maybe
Yeah,
blueberry
perfect.
if I'm feeling
They got
fancy.
a really good sugar-free one out now.
Okay.
Are you a sugar-free
try.
person?
I can't tell you the brand, but there are some good sugar-free brands out there.
Do you eat sugar-free like just because you want to, or
Yeah.
okay,
Try.
okay?
Cracker Barrel has an excellent sugar-free syrup, and
They got good food.
but they got excellent sugar-free syrup, and they sell it in the store, in the little general store. You can buy it, and if they don't have it, you can order it.
I like Cracker Barrel for the store more than I like their food and their
I like their food.
decorations.
I like their food.
I like their home cooking.
Certain things they have are fucking like I usually get if I go for dinner, I get the Cracker Barrel sampler.
Okay.
Which is meatloaf, chicken and dumplings, and ham. I think there might be something else on there, but you got like 3 sides.
That sounds random.
You get 3 vegetables, so I always get mac and cheese.
As a vegetable?
Yep. At Cracker Barrel, mac and cheese is a vegetable. Fried okra, and I change up the other one depending on how I'm feeling.
Okay. I like fried okra a lot too. I
Me
haven't
too.
had that in a long time.
Me too.
So.
Call them before you go. Oh, and Maddie's sister. He says Maddie's sister.
Oh, yeah.
Birthday.
Yeah.
Sorry. Context. Nicole Olio.
Si, senor.
What's your schedule looking like?
Well, on every Friday for the remainder of existence, to the best of my knowledge, I will be belly dancing in Acropolis in South Tampa on Kennedy. This month in March, I will be go-go dancing again for Scream Machine for the St. Patrick's Day Parade with Miss K2 Lemieux, I believe, on the 14th in Ybor at Gaspar's Grotto. And then on March 27th, 28th, 29th, I will be in South Florida, 27th at Woody's Tavern, and on the 28th, performing at Submission South Beach, and on the 29th, doing the open mic at Kill Your Idol in Miami with Josepher.
Nice. Sounds like a good time.
Yep.
Wow.
So,
I'm not doing shit in the month of March, so book my ass. For reals. And book Joanie.
Yes, for
And book
real.
Nicole.
Book us together.
me.
Hey,
Yeah.
threesome.
Hell yeah.
but
Good show.
yeah. Do that.
Yeah.
Book these people, preferably not at the sheriff's office.
Can't catch me. I think we're gonna wrap it there because I got to get up ass early in the morning and drive back to South Florida again. Be the third day in a row I'm taking a long ass road trip. I was almost I was gonna stay over and I was gonna drive down after the show tonight
Yeah.
and just stay in a hotel. I was like, hotel, even though the company's paying for it, I'm not a dick. Like $278 for fucking room.
I know you said you'd never stayed in an Airbnb before, but I found a really good one with lots of good reviews. Like it had like almost all 5-star reviews. It was like 4.89 out of 5 out of 19 reviews, and it was only $40 a night.
It's not bad.
Yeah, and they have really good reviews. And my mom swears by Airbnb, and she she made sure that it was legit and whatever.
Nice. Your mom's like the Airbnb sleuth.
Yeah, she is
All
because
right.
she stays in Airbnbs a lot.
All right. Yeah, Maddie's gonna go off to work.
Have fun.
Maddie,
Be
we
safe.
love you. Keep the shiny side of the bus up.
Thanks, folks.
Everybody, book Joanie. For fuck's sake, book her. She funny. What was that?
I put a pen back.
Oh, okay. I think we're gonna wrap the show there. So we appreciate you people listening. We do this every Tuesday night, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern time here in the United States. I think we do it on September in Australia. Yeah, that's it. Don't forget to spay or neuter your children. Nicole.
Fubar out.